Well, hello you lovely people. Welcome back to Sean Pritchard Photography. It's been a while. I think it's around 5 years since the last video. A lot has happened. We've had COVID. We've had all the crap in between. Anyway, as you saw back in the first two videos, I started off predominantly a Nikon user. Carried on with Nikon, and then around 18 months ago I took the plunge and I changed platform. I had a Z50 at the time, Nikon Z50. I sold all my equipment, all my Nikon lenses, and I changed over to Canon, over to the 90D. Fantastic camera, couldn't fault it. Image quality, real lovely. There was a slight difference in the colour tones between the Nikon and the Canon, but I was okay with that. I still preferred the Nikon colour tones, but the Canon's was right up there anyway. So, that was 18 months ago. I've been doing quite a few YouTube videos on other channels since then, and my only gripe with the 90D was that it was quite a big bulky DSLR. So, and I always hankered back to, should I return to Nikon? You know what it's like. You have your favourite camera, you have your favourite football, you have a favourite pair of shoes, and you should I go back? So anyway, recently I sold the 90D and all the lenses that I built up, invested that money in some new equipment, and it's finally come today. So that's all I'm going to do for this video today, is just give you a quick show of what I've purchased. It's not going to be a review because I've literally had this equipment today. So without further ado, I'll sign off, put you over the table, show you what we got. As you saw from the description, I've gone with the Nikon Z50 II. So let's get into it and we'll have a look. Stay tuned, people. Okay, so first up is the Neowa. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Nano Pro square filter set. It's the square filter kit Pro, the 100mm. So I've been using the cheap 75mm square ND filters and soft grad filters up to this point. So I thought I'd treat myself to an upgrade on the filter system. I did look at the K&F system, but that was double the price of this Neowa. So anyway, comes in a nice little bag. It's got a strap then to go around your tripod. It also comes with another shoulder strap inside. So I'm doing this upside down so you can see anyway. I like it's got double protection, so you've got the zip, but then you've got the flap as well. So I'm not saying it's waterproof, but inside you've got like a bellows system of different segments. You have your main filter holder that obviously allows you, you've got your main ring, and that's toothed. That sits in, locks in. Now that's an 86mm ring, but it does come with adapter rings. But that allows you, obviously, it's a magnetic polarizer fits in. I'll show you that in a moment. And then that allows you to turn the polarizer. So I'll lay them out and we'll have a look. Like I say, I'm not going to go into too much detail. You've got cleaning cloth, You've got various reducer rings. 2, 3, 4. Then you've got the polarizing filter itself, and again this is magnetic, so this then just drops on and clicks in, and then again that allows you to turn like that. You also get in the kit your 10-stop glass filter, and I do like that you have the cage basically around the filter to hold, rather than getting your fingers all over the filter. And you get, I think it's 100 by a 150 grad filter, soft grad filter, which again allows you then to put a nice, you can just see it on the table there, a nice soft grad down. So that's all in the kit. There is a strap in here as well for shoulder carrying. Like I said, it comes all in a neat little bag. The bag isn't too big either to fit into the camera backpack. So I'll put all this by, and then we'll have a look at the rest of the kit. Okay, next up we have the small rig bottom cage. Now, I'm not sponsored by any of these. I've paid for these out of my own money. I did have the small rig bottom cage on my D50, my Z50, and I did like that it gave a little bit more grip on the bottom of my hand. But I found, I think with that one, it was a bit awkward because you had to take it off to change the battery or the card. But this one, they've made improvements. So that's your base. It does go on to your tripod shoe. You still have the magnetic key, if you want to call it a key, for tightening and loosening it onto your camera. But also on this one, they've made a little flip out arm, which allows you to open your battery door to change the battery or the cards, which I think is a massive improvement on the first Mark 1, we'll call it. You've got 3 fixing points if you want to put a tripod mount or a sling mount. Solid aluminium, billet aluminium I think, and there's a strap loop for there as well. Another one on the side. Yeah, good bit of kit I think. So there's that. As with all mirrorless cameras, they do go through batteries. I'm not saying one is better or worse than the other. So I bought a generic battery, DSTE, and this is for the EN-EL25. The battery in the Z52 is the EN-EL25A, slight more power, but this one has 1280 amp hours, 9.7 watt hours, so this is just there or thereabout anyway. Finally, I invested in a Viltrox AF 35mm to 1.7 for the Z fitting, obviously. Now, I will do a review on this in time, but I'm just showing you at the moment what I've got to go along with the camera. I looked at all the reviews here on YouTube and everybody was raving about the quality and the picture quality of this Viltrox for the money. I think I had it on Amazon for, I think it was 145 in a sale. So for that kind of money, I couldn't say no. So we'll have a quick look at the lens. As I stated, I'll do a review in a little while once I've used it. If I can get out of the box, which is a good thing. There we go. So it's the Viltrox AF 35mm 1.7. Now obviously this is for the APC camera, so this is still going to have the 1.5 crop, which effectively makes it, I think it's about a 52mm on a full frame, would be. Anyway, stop waffling. So again, nicely packaged. We've got the warranty card. We've got a little code as well, because you can update the camera. The camera has a USB slot, the obligatory cloth, silica. It does come with a bag. Now I haven't opened any of these, as you can see. So it does come with a nice little cloth bag, just to protect it. And then the main camera, again, I am impressed with the way this has been packaged. So well done, Viltrox. It's nice to see even the, I don't like using the word cheaper manufacturers, but even the manufacturers that supply hobbyist level, we'll call it, still take care in presentation of the boxes. So this is the main body of the camera. Like I say, I'm not going to go into a review or anything at the moment. It does come with a little flower sun shield. It's, I think it's a 52, yeah, it's a 52mm filter size. And again, you've got your little USB port there that you can upload and update the actual lens itself. Now it's not a vibration reduction lens, so obviously you have to be careful when you're using it because of camera shake. But I'm looking at using it on the camera to do more videos on a tripod, to be honest. But still, for that kind of money, if it's as good as what the reviews have been saying, I'll be well impressed. So again, pack this away and we'll have a look at the main item, which is the camera. And there she is. This is the Nikon, however you want to say it, Z50 II. I got the kit that came with the 16 to 50mm lens and also the 15 to 250 kit lens. I had them both before with my Z50, and I have to be honest, I was well impressed with the picture quality, the image quality. So that's what's inside the box. I'll unpack it off camera. But you've got your USB-C lead to C, because it doesn't come with a battery, a standalone battery charger. You charge in-house with the new Z2, 50 Z2. You've got the manual, and then obviously you've got the kit. I'll unpack that and we can come back and take a quick little look. Right, couldn't help myself. I had to do the unwrapping of the body itself. I've had a sneak peek, but I haven't had a good look at the body yet. So there's your 16 to 50 kit lens. Obviously it's a pancake lens, so it reduces down flat. You have to extend it before you use it. And then it goes from 16 to 50mm. And it's 3.5 to 6.3 aperture. And then obviously it fold pancakes back down. Same, that's VR lenses. So it's vibration reduction because there is no in-body stabilization in the camera. And this is the 50 to 250. It's a 4.5 to 6.3 aperture. Again, that's 50mm, and then all the way out to 250. Now obviously again these are 1.5 crop, so you would be looking at probably around a 75mm to, that would probably be nearly a 350, 375, something like that. And then you've got a 62mm filtering size on there, and I think this one is a 46. So I've already got a little polarizer from before. You've got the Nikon Z52 strap, instructions, the lead we've seen, and obviously the new battery. Now the new battery is the EN-EL25A. This is a 1250 amp hour, 9.5 watt. The other battery is virtually the same power wise. So at least I've got two batteries, plus if needs be you can always take a power bank with you because you can charge and use. So here we go. Let's take this baby out. There we are. So that's the main body. Now it is slightly bigger and slightly heavier than the Z50. But for me, what swung me back to this particular model was the flip out and rotate screen. So when you're filming, you can watch yourself, or if you're taking photos, then that can be a guide. You can put the camera down low, tilt the screen up, you can tip the screen over, you can tip it back. So that to me was the deal breaker really, because I was looking at a couple of other manufacturers. I was looking at the Canon R50, I was looking at Sony EV10, I think it was, Mark II, and also the A6700, which was a little bit more expensive. But then I've never used a Sony, so do I want to go spending that kind of money and then finding out that that particular camera isn't for me? I was more than happy with what the reviews were saying with the Z50 Mark II. It's got the same processor. I'm not saying it's the same camera, but it's got the same processor as the Z8, the Z9, the Z6 Mark II or 3. Yeah, so I won't go through all the specs. I'm not reviewing the camera at the moment. This is just merely what I've purchased. So it does have single memory card port, but so what? I'm not a professional photographer. I don't need a double port really. Yeah, I'm gonna get everything set up. I'm gonna have a play. The grip is chunkier than the Z50. The reticle lens is a lot. I think it's double the brightness of the Z50. They've still retained the pop-up flash, which I loved on the original Z50. And it has got the picture modes for when you're in JPEG. I'll do a review again. I'm not going to do one now. Like I said, I've literally just took this out of the packet. The small rig to me is going to be an awesome addition, because that then will fix onto the bottom. It does enlarge the camera a little bit. I'm only doing this quickly just for you to see with and without. It does enlarge the size a little bit, but it just makes it that much nicer on the bottom of your pinky. And you can still access the 2 custom buttons in the front without any problems. Yeah, overall, so far I'm really impressed. We'll see. So there you are, that's my upgrade. That's why I upgraded. As I stated, loved the Canon 90D, but it was a bit too big and bulky for what I wanted of the camera. I didn't really fully make use of the video side just because of the weight of the camera holding it out in front of me while I was vlogging. So I'm hoping that this now is going to be a lot easier, especially with a Viltrox lens. Yes, I'm going to have to be steady-handed or tripod, but yeah, I'm impressed. That little tab does its job getting out of the way for the battery door to open and close. So there we are, people. I'm not going to waffle. That's why I changed camera system. This is my new camera system. I love the colors of Nikon from day one. I think my first Nikon was a 3100 second hand. Returning to the fold, so to speak. So there we are. Hopefully now you'll see the nice improvement in the pictures and some video from this camera, and I'll bring you along with the journey as I get to relearn a lot of the controls and just have fun. So there we are. That's it. Wrapped up. Job done. Thank you for tuning in. Please do click like, subscribe, icon bell, all the good stuff, because you watching these videos helps me to make more videos. I enjoy making these videos. I love going out and being out there photographing, videoing. So you people out there actually empower me to do what I love doing. So thank you very much for that. Stop waffling. End of. Stay safe, people. I'll see you soon. Peace out.